Well, hello, friends. It's your friend Patty with Giddy Things, and I'm back for day 240. Of our 5-minute in name only exercise encouragement. How are you? I am doing well. Thank you for asking. My hair is all over the place. It's clean, but it's all over the place. And that's okay. It's actually cold, so the hair is sometimes an insulation. Anyway. The snow never developed all that much, but it was really beautiful. Now, higher elevations got quite a bit, but they do, throughout because why? Because they're higher elevations, right?
Closer to the cloud.
Closer to the cloud is what the disembodied voice said. I like that. I like that. So, yeah, they had some really beautiful snowy photos out of like Boone, North Carolina, Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Blowing Rock, North Carolina is the inspiration for the Mitford series of books, of which I am reading what may be the last one in that series. It's called My Beloved. That's Jan Karon, Karon. And we just love those books. We've read them over and over, haven't we, Disembodied Voice?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll read this one together. I don't know if I've ever shared this with you. I can't remember, my friends, but the Disembodied Voice and I have read scores and scores of books aloud together. It's harder now because why, Disembodied Voice?
I fall asleep.
He falls asleep, but that's okay. Imagine this voice reading to you at night
I'm triggered.
when you're really tired and he's triggered to go to there. He's doing it. He said he was triggered and he's sleeping. No, he's not really, but it is, actually at one point I had friends for whom I read onto audio children's books like Goodnight Moon, and they used those when they were going to sleep. Because Goodnight Moon was primarily the one, and they used them on a loop as they were going to sleep, and they just listened to it over and over again because there are people who tell me that I have a soothing voice. And that may be the case. I'm not sure. Anyway, what did I get up to today? Not much. I didn't even go downstairs today. I did my work from the bedroom because I am having some knee difficulties. Tomorrow is when I'm supposed to get my GLP-1 medication that has not been reduced in dose, even though I have been off of it for like nearly a month. But they told me that would be okay. So we're going to see. We're going to go through this together. And I have a feeling that some of the side effects may be emphasized. That having been said, I trust the Lord. I trust God and his helpers, like the Disembodied Voice and the Handy Helper and the Big Brother. I really do. Got news from the Big Brother today, too. I don't even know how much of this I've told the Disembodied Voice so far, but the Big Brother had to have, this was a big ordeal that I went through with him step by step. Y'all may remember I went with him to an oral surgery appointment and some videos a while back. And if you haven't watched those videos, why in the heck not? I'm a really nice person, which reminds me to tell you to, like and subscribe. This is a good community to which to belong. Nay, a great one. So back to the oral surgery thing. So he had a tooth accident. It's been now like a couple of years ago. This has been going on. Oh my gosh, when you're getting ready to have a dental implant, it takes a while. So he was exercising. He's a real exercise buff. So nice for this particular genre of video. And he was exercising with something attached to the door. Luckily, he had friends there with him at his house, but it sprang off of the door and hit him in the mouth, y'all. And he ended up having to have one tooth pulled. Well, it wasn't really pulled, was it? It was knocked out. Well, yeah, it was shattered. It would have been probably easier for him had it actually been knocked out, but it was, and I don't wish that on anybody, and let me cross myself, but he it was shattered, and so we had to I took him to an oral surgeon to get that taken out, and it was horrific. It wasn't sedated, and I told him when we got out, we will never do that again. You are going to sleep from now on for anything like that. And so, I mean, I thought he was going to break my hand. He was holding my hand, and I thought he was going to break my hand, which would have been all right. He's my child, and it would have been fine. But he wasn't trying to. He was just in so much pain. And of course, I was trying to keep it together for him because I'm the mama, right? And I was supposed to be, oh, baby, it's going to be all right. But I was in my mind, I was like, we will have sedation from this point forward. I thought we probably should, but he was like, oh, he can be awake. He had the little chipmunk nose, he had the nitrous oxide, which made him a little goofy, but it did not do what it needed to do. It was really intense, and front teeth can be super painful too. So it was the injections. The injections were the problem. Ugh. Again, I mean, those kinds of things, I just, when it comes to my kids, y'all know, if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, and you plan to have children, you will know what I'm talking about, even though I wish the very best and completely trouble-free lives to your children or future children. And I pray for that. But he had those two teeth. One of them was chipped and could be built up, and one of them had to come out. Well, he has been going through this process. He and I have been back to the oral surgeon, back to the dentist, and he has a really good dentist now and a good oral surgeon. His oral surgeon has no bedside manner, but he doesn't have to. He's not mean. He's a really good surgeon. And then his dentist is real nice to him. And he went to the dentist today because the tooth over here, so it's this tooth that's out, and the tooth over here had chipped. And he was concerned about that because he's supposed to have his implant in January. Another insurance issue, y'all, because the whole reason that he's supposed to have his tooth done in January, I bet you can guess, is because it will be different on his insurance. Dental insurance, I have often said, is just a coupon, right? That's all it is. It's just a coupon or a coupon, however you want to say that. So he is doing fine, and the dentist said, no, it's going to be okay. It was just a filling that fell out. Or just the filling compound stuff that fell out. And so he said it's fine for him to wait until January to have that done, which, I mean, is good in a way, I guess, because then he can enjoy Thanksgiving and Christmas. Even though he has a flipper tooth, and then he has another kind of little thing that goes in temporarily, but all of this has been to prepare him for the implant, which he will have in January. We've already had the surgery. He's already had, but you know, when you're a mother, you feel like you're doing it too. You wish you could do it for them, is the thing. You wish you could just have it done on you. But he's supposed to have, he had the peg in. So the peg that they put the tooth on, and then he's supposed to get the tooth on in January. So he has that that scary part is behind him at this point. Now he may end up going ahead and having the chipped tooth capped, and that might be the best choice moving forward, but we'll see, and I will keep you posted. Yeah. So that went on today. The disembodied voice and the handy helper went out and about to get the handy helper to school. The handy helper has applied to, with my help, to a veterinary. I could do it, y'all. A veterinary office locally to see if he could be a, what do they call it? Animal attendant and grooming trainee and assistant. And I think he'd be super good at that because he has such a facility with animals, but we'll see what happens. And he's got a job coach who's working with him to help him, and that will be phenomenal to see how that works out. We let the job coach know. So yeah, we got a lot done today. I just had to do it from upstairs, which is okay. Poncho and Lefty, not happy. Simon and Garfrankel aren't that happy either. My ankles, you know, and neither are my shoulders, to be honest. Y'all, that's today. Well, and the change in weather has something to do with it. If y'all have joint issues or anything like that, back issues, then you know the weather changing makes a difference. I love the cool weather. I love the cold weather. And I don't have to do anything practical about the snow, which is why I can like that. But even though I like these temperatures, the change in weather and just in general is not always, well, let's put it low key, it's never really, since my adult life, been all that comfortable. So, y'all, my talking has made the disembodied voice go to sleep. I hope that you're going to have a restful night and that you know how special you are. Have you done anything today to remind yourself of that? I hope that you have. I'm doing my people are asleep voice now. I hope that you will also know how loved you are always. I certainly love you so much. And please do join me and continue to pray for the entire world with a special intention for the beautiful Ukraine. Oh, did I say go in peace and love to serve others? Let's do that too.